Well, howdy do. I think I'm live. I guess that's better than the alternative. Oh, howdy do, y'all. How the heck are you? I am Tom, the Beer Whisperer. Um, I don't know what's wrong with me, man. Nobody does. So here's the thing. I've been trying to figure out this live hangout thing. I just didn't want to know about an hour ago. Um, and again, I'm just trying to figure it out. It's not just figuring out the process of it, but the angle as far as how I want to set things up at home. I love doing them outside. When I can't do them outside, I feel like I'm lost. I don't really feel like I've got a good angle in my house. So I've got an angle in front of my TV set. It gives you that fake fire in the background. So anyway, so this is the Diamond Bear two-term IPA double IPA 9.9% 90 IBUs. Rocktown out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Hickory smoked whiskey. So this video is titled Little Rock by way of Harrison and Springfield, Mo, meaning that this distillery and this brewery out of Little Rock, Arkansas, but I bought them in Harrison and I'm from Springfield, Mo. So there you go. That poured nicely, didn't it? Our dishwasher went belly up a while back, and we recently got us a new one. And boy, that some bitch just cleans those glasses nicely, doing it. It's got a nice sanitize feature on it. I put them in there. I don't. I put it when I put the glasses in. I don't put anything. But what I do with them is I splash cleaning white vinegar on it. It's different between regular distilled white and a cleaning white. I use that cleaning white. I splash it on the glasses, and then I put it through a cycle, do that sanitize cycle, and boy, they just come out frickin' sparkling. Look how that poured with just a beautiful frickin' head. Oh, it gives me a chubby just looking at it. Oh yeah, baby, that's what daddy like. I actually didn't invite anybody into this particular video because I thought I would just, channel myself and just talk about any random thought that has entered my mind. Doing these two Little Rock, Arkansas products. I've never, for whatever reason, I haven't. I've done videos for this IPA. I've done videos for this whiskey, but I've never thought of combining the two to talk about Little Rock, Arkansas as a whole. Here I poured myself a generous 2 ounce pour in this Rocktown, Arkansas whiskey glass. That's what Daddy like. And this Rocktown, Arkansas whiskey glass, there's a splash of water. What I mean by that is about half a capful of bottled water. Oh, I love this whiskey. I've said before that I love this whiskey. It runs only about $30 a bottle. And every once in a while, as a beer geek, as a whiskey geek, we find something that for whatever reason, maybe it's not the highest end, but it just for whatever reason, it just fits with our taste buds. For me, it's this whiskey. This whiskey for me is just absolutely beautiful. I love everything about it. I've described this whiskey as if Americans invented Scotch. This is what it would taste like. We would have that hickory smoke. Oh, it's just gorgeous, man. It just gives me a chubby every time I take a whiff. You feel that big hickory smoke. This is a wheat mash, so you feel kind of that sweet wheat mash. Mm. So you got like a hint of sweetness with that smoke. It's just like the best barbecue ever made. It's just gorgeous. And showing you this whiskey again. Again, this is still what I like because 9.9%, 90 IBUs. It's not exactly small, but it is more malt forward than many these days. Many are going very light on the malt to give you just this big hop juice. It's very trendy these days. I think there's something to be said for a well put together double, and for me, this one works. Excuse me. It's got a beautiful, get that in the shot, beautiful golden color there. And the aromas are just gorgeous on it. You get just a hint of toasted malt, just the slightest essence of caramel before it gives way to all that big hoppage. These very earthy hop notes. Almost, I'm not getting lemon exactly, more like lemon grass. You know what I mean? Oh gosh, I swear to goodness. So I wanted to do a video combining both of these Little Rock, Arkansas products. If I've taken a drink of that, I'm going to take a drink of my whiskey here. See, and that smoky and the slightly sweetness of the whiskey really complements the big hops of this double IPA. Kind of brings your palate back to normal. I love Little Rock, Arkansas. It's funny. My first experience with Little Rock, Arkansas was about 1990. And I'm going to be brutally honest when I say my first experience in the town was I thought it was an armpit on society. I mean, for years I talked horrible about that town. Um, uh, all I saw at that particular time in my life was a whole lot of dirty. It just felt like a dirty, nasty town. So I didn't go back for a lot of years, and a lot of years I just talked terrible about the town. But my wife and I were looking for some place to go for 20th anniversary, and we were looking for places. Unfortunately, things happened. We didn't have a lot of money, so we needed to stay somewhat close. Um, Little Rock's about a 4-hour drive, but as we were researching, there were things she wanted to do that happened to be in Little Rock, and there were some breweries and distilleries that happened to pop up there. So let's give it a chance. And I got to tell you, my experience in Little Rock was just gorgeous. We actually stayed in North Little Rock, and it's a matter of walking across the bridge to get to Little Rock. My North Little Rock experience was nice too because that's actually where Diamond Bear is. So I actually walked from our hotel to the brewery, which wasn't very far at all. I mean, it was a little bit of a sweat for my fat ass, but it was not that far. But right there in, I guess it's also called North Little Rock, was a nice Irish pub right there that I had a few beers at. So I mean, it was nice here. But anyway, I walked across to get you to that. What do they call it? Don't call it River. Oh, I don't remember now. But there's a district there. It's a lot of bars, restaurants, shops. It's very nice. At the time, there was a Bosco's. Um, I visited that Bosco's, and they ended up closing down a week later. But now there's another brewery there. But since I was there last year, there's been a couple other breweries that opened up. When I was there, though, I visited. I visited. Oh Lord, Vino's. Visited Vino's. I went brain dead there for a second. I visited Vino's. I visited, well, of course, I visited Stone Star Brewery. I visited the Diamond Bear, as I had mentioned. There's a Flying Saucer downtown that I visited. It was just nice. It was all around good. It wasn't that I found good whiskey. I found good beer everywhere I went. And I also found good people. Every restaurant I went to, I found nice folks. I ended up meeting Don Dugan from Dugan's Pub there in Little Rock, Arkansas. Dugan's is just a nice little Irish pub. He gave me a sample of his rashers and bangers. And I was going to bring my family back, but I ended up shopping later than anticipated, so we didn't get back there. But oh my gosh, it was amazing. And he admitted that they don't make them there; they order them from someplace because they're right to his specifications, and it is a perfect bang. Oh my gosh, it was just gorgeous, man. But anyway, but it's not just, again, I'm talking other videos. It's not just about the beer; it's about the people. Don has a nice establishment. I mean, he's friendly. His staff is friendly. His staff is knowledgeable. The first time I was there, I didn't meet Don. I didn't meet until the second time I was there. But the first time I was there, I had a nice young lady behind the bar who was extremely friendly, answered all my questions, poured a beautiful black and tan, which is really what you want from an Irish pub. Can you pour a black and tan, darn it? As if you can't, you're just posing. But anyways, yeah, there's just so many great little places in Little Rock. We ended up. I'd never been to a Twin Peaks before. It's kind of a tourist, kind of a Hooters-esque place. I get it. But my wife and I had never been to one, so we thought we'd go there. And I got to tell you, we were both impressed. The food was good. It was solid. We told them we were there for our anniversary. So the manager came up at the time and said that we could order an app and to be on them. And we had this nice young waitress. Her name was Darian, I believe. She was so friendly, so bubbly. My wife and I both wanted to adopt her. They're so friendly. So, anyways, it was just such a great experience. We were just so happy with everything. Um, it was just, again, it's not necessarily gourmet food, but it was pleasant, enjoyable food. And just the atmosphere was nice. The beer was good. The food, it was the whole package. Everything was nice about the place. And then at the end of the evening, or, well, not the evening, but at the end of our lunch, um, they came to bring the bill, and the check-in said that they comped the whole bill. So, anyways, I tipped the nice young waitress very well, and we kind of went about our way. But it was, again, it's just one of those places I would go back to because the experience was so pleasant. They were so friendly. They were so welcoming. And I will not go back to folks, no matter how good the food is, if the service sucks. Let's have a drink, shall we? On that note, Tom, take a drink. Anyway, I took a glance to see what time it was, so I got to look around my props here. 4:12. Oh, baby, that's what they like. I love this IPA. I tell you why. I love those big crazy hopped IPAs. I do. Those fruit salad. I call them fruit salad. It's because you get mango. But here's the thing. Here's the problem for me is when there was just one of them, it was great. It was a novelty. It was wonderful. But now it seems like everybody has the same IPA more or less, with just a slight variation. And the problem is that's what everybody wants. So everybody keeps making that same thing. Cloud breweries that take it in a different direction, like Diamond Bear, they're not trying to be like everybody else's double IPA. So I don't know if everybody's going to like this, but I personally think it's wonderful because it's different and it's not what everybody else is doing. And another brewery I like for the same reason is Piney River. They only do their meal team once a year. They pop it out in March when they do their anniversary party. They only sell it one time. They sell it at the brewery, and then it's gone. It's gone forever, and it's just that good. But it's a big malty. It's a very sticky double IPA. It's very hoppy, but it is that old school, wow in your face in all directions double IPA. It's big malt. It's big hops. It's very sticky. It's very hoppy. It's the total package, and that's what a lot of IPAs start with. And unfortunately, nobody's doing that anymore in favor of these fruit salad double IPAs. But that's where most folks' tastes are. I guess they want everything to taste like mango. Everything tastes like mango and passion fruit these days. So I applaud a brewery that goes a different direction. Some bitch. Oh yeah, baby, that's what Daddy like. Oh wow, that is nice. So I do like take. I tell you what, I do like taking a drink of that beer, because it really jacks your palate up. You get that. You get that. Again, there's a lot of malt, but there's a lot of hops. Really turns your palate inside out. And then you take a drink of this slightly sweet, smoky whiskey. And now you're ready to go again. So here's the problem if you don't do that. Because if you don't do that, your palate's whacked, and how much are you really tasting? That's why I question folks that have bitter IPA after bitter IPA. Because after you've had that one really bitter one, are you really fully tasting that next one? I don't think so. Because now that I've cleansed my palate with that whiskey, now this some bitch just fucked my palate up again. That's what Daddy. So when I said Little Rock, by way of Harrison, no. So a few weeks ago, my wife was getting ready to go in for some gallbladder surgery. She knew she wouldn't feel like driving or getting out for a while. So that weekend, we didn't spend the night anywhere. We just took a long day drive. Well, not that long, to be honest with you. We just kind of took a day drive. Harrison, Arkansas, actually is only about an hour and a half from where we are in Springfield Mall. But just going that far gives me access to a whole lot of different beer and whiskey than I have here in Springfield Mall. So yeah, I bought this. This was $30. I bought 2 6-packs of this 2-term, and I'm kicking myself for not buying 3. The store had 3 6-packs on it. Okay, I went to one store, they didn't have any. So then I went to a second store, they had 3 6-packs on the shelf, but I only bought two. And I only bought two because I could only reach two. But I should have had a taller guy go get that other one for me because I love this one. I really do. Hold on. Well, there we go. But hopefully I'll get back there soon. And when my wife starts feeling like riding again, maybe before the new year, I doubt it, but maybe shortly thereafter, we'll take a nice day drive, go back out there and get some more products. Again, I would love to get back actually to Little Rock. We're not ready to do that 4-hour trip quite yet. But my experience with Little Rock was so great that I feel bad for saying so many bad things about Little Rock for so many years because my first experience was so horrible. I never wanted to go back. Then when I started researching, I started finding some things. Well, let's go check this out. The first time we were there, I found this nice little sports bar, kind of out of the way downtown. Kind of has that dive hole in the wall feel, but they're very popular for lunch. I didn't eat there, but my wife's calling me. The place Black Magic Woman. Anyway, I thought I changed the ring for Christmas, but apparently I didn't. So, anyways, I better get up and go answer the phone. So, this video was Little Rock, Arkansas, by way of Harrison, Springfield. Again, I'm not going to run this one as long as my last one. I just keep trying to see if I can figure stuff out. This is Tom the Beer Whisperer. I want to thank folks that have supported me over the years and continue to, even though it is glaringly obvious at this point that I'm losing my mind. Thank you all. I'll talk to you later.